What's up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take, Leader Edition with your boy Cool Cat Connor. We're just waiting for Leader. And we got some topics we want to talk about. We're going to talk about a few things here from Leader Johnson. We're going to talk about Cam Jurgen. We're going to talk about something Sean Bradley talking about Jalen. We're going to talk about Jordan Davis. We're going to talk about free agent flashbacks. We're going to talk about. I like the fact that Lane, and we'll talk about tonight on the Cool Cat podcast. I ain't going to give people no time about Jalen. Leave my boy alone. Like, I ain't going to give people the time of day. So we're going to switch things up, and we're going to do the Cool Cat podcast tonight and talk about all those things. And when it comes to Jalen, I'll talk about him when the time's right. So we'll talk about Lane and stuff tonight on the Cool Cat podcast. We'll talk about 70th anniversary team. We'll talk about 500 career wins. And we'll talk about Kyle Pitts might sign. We'll see. But yeah, man, Lane Johnson, and Jordan and Lander Dickinson coming back to the Philadelphia Eagles. I had no doubt. None. Not one bit. Not one bit. I'm sorry. I had no doubt. Like, I had none. Like, I knew they was coming. Like all these rumors in his hearsay. Right. I know. Right. Like, don't believe everything you read in here, because I've been knew they was coming back. I've been new. Like, all right. So we're just waiting for Leader Johnson. That's all. So how you feeling, Big Say? How we feeling, Eagles Nation? How are we feeling? Right, because I feel good. Happy birthday. Yep. Happy birthday. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for the season to start. Hey, Chad. I don't know why y'all love saying kitty cat for. That's crazy. Like, I really don't know why y'all keep saying kitty cat. It's cool cat. Let's get that right. Cool to the cat. It's not kitty. It's cool cat. Let me see what leader it is. Yes. me let's see. Kitty, man, I don't know how to feel. Of course, I'm optimistic. It's like, why wouldn't I think? Like, why wouldn't I be optimistic? Let me talk to you guys over here. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Why wouldn't I be optimistic? Why wouldn't I be? When it comes to this football team, I'm always optimistic. Why wouldn't I be? Hey, Mike. I know, and the reason why I haven't been making the video late, Eagles Nation, because I've been waiting for some news to pop up. Probably around this one with Lane and Jordan and Lander Dixon. So, but yeah, why wouldn't I be optimistic? You know? Yeah, exactly. Like, Lane Johnson's coming back. Lander Dickinson's coming back. We're just waiting for Leader Johnson, and while we're waiting, I'm just stalling, talking to the best fan base in the world. Just stalling. We got the Cool Cat podcast tonight. If you're wondering when the next Jalen Freakerhurst podcast is, whenever I feel like it. But outside of that, we're just waiting for Leader. Yeah. Oh, Mike. It's Cool Cat. We gotta stop with the kitty. It's Cool Cat. C to the O to the O to the L. Cat. Right. Where's my because we use a cowboy. This room says I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I ain't no cowboy. I'm not these people.
Well, we took another L. Hey, shout out to the Eagles, man. We beat ourselves, man. We beat ourselves. You see, it was some stuff that I saw that I really hated, man. The sense of urgency when we was behind was bad. I look at it like when you shortcoming of a goal, right? You fight for something all year, and then you get to the end of it, and you drop it, you lose it, right? And I can't help but to think to it all and say, we just was not prepared. The prepared mind. What the hell, son of a bitch? You fat motherfucker! Wow. You see everything in this. You saw them run the hell off the field, didn't you?
I'm not those people. No! 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 Absolutely not! Let me see what Leader doing. Hold on. Let me call him because Right. So I'm not gonna do that, Nick. All right. What's this fascination with me doing that, Nick? Why y'all want me to do that so much? Like, like I don't get that. Right. Y'all want me to no. Okay, Leader Johnson is getting on right now. Talking about purring. No. Never. And I'll never do that either, Chad. Right. You'll never. The Raiders can ask for that. Exactly. Like, everybody want what we got, but you can't have it. Right, that's crazy to me. Like, people want what we got. All right, here's Leader Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the most. What up, Leader?
What up? What up? What up, man? Hey, man, busy day, busy day. What's up, people? What's going on?
Yep,
Welcome to Boston.
we just started. Yep, we just started, and we was just stalling, talking about a lot of things. So I already talked about how Lane Johnson and Lander Dickerson are both back. So
yeah, they back.
Yep.
Definitely back. Listen, the big thing I want to say about what's going on, the Eagles. Like I say, I believe in this organization fully. It's like no pressure. I think we're gonna talk about the draft too. Guys that are interested or guys that people are picking. Mock drafts are picking guys that are good players. But with the Eagles, it's not really a favor. You get the best player available, and that's what's so good about this organization. And for Cool Cat, there's a prospect. He's an edge rusher, C.J. Allen out of Georgia. You know, Cool Cat love them Georgia guys. That's a guy that's
you can thank Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Nolan Smith, and Jalen Carter
man.
for that. So you can thank
Bloodline thick. Yeah. Bloodline thick, man. So that's another guy that could be. He's a top 20 type guy. Avian Terrell, AJ Terrell's brother, cornerback out of Clemson. Real good player. 5 forced fumbles for Clemson. People like Kenyon Sadiq, tight end. He's been, raved a lot. The rumors of Kyle Pitts.
Yep, I got that photo right. Where's Kyle? Okay.
Cal Pitts, they are rumored.
Yeah.
They're true. The Eagles are interested. They're going to go after him. And anybody talking about Dallas Goedert, man, listen, man. Cal Pitts another monster. Now that would be crazy to get Cal Pitts. He's from this area too. PA, Penn State used to recruit him back when he was the top guy, and and eventually he went other place. And Cal, just like DeAndre Swift, another guy Penn State was after. But Cal Pitts with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, it's crazy. When we talk about this draft, guys like Malachi Lemon. It's guys they can get anybody, man. They can get. It's not like they gotta sit and it's a need. There's no need. They can pick up a guy on a 1-year deal that can fill in. And when you got 2 cornerbacks that are elite like that, when you got McCooper, got the ball skills he has and how good he's going to get, and you could just plant guys in there. This defense still got young studs. Jalen Phillips is a big priority. Jordan Davis definitely is a big priority. 4 years. $92 million is a projected salary for Jordan Davis. That's a projected they're saying he's gonna come with that. Big time. Jordan Davis is gonna get signed. Jalen Carter is gonna be there. Jomo's another guy. Look how good he was. It wasn't like Milton Williams was a big loss, so it's big, real big. Jordan Davis is a projected guy, is a guy they're gonna go for. The break-in. Broad Street, bring up that picture back with Kobe Bryant. Just the Broad Street breaking, just this news. You see this, y'all. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, who I think is the best point guard ever. Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Oscar Robertson, Kobe Bryant. Now the thing is here, you can't argue. Everybody's great, but it's always the top 2, and nobody's gonna tell me. I watch them both play. You're not going to tell me Jordan's better than LeBron. You're not going to tell me that. You're not going to say because he has 6 rings and never lost. We know who he had to help, right? But LeBron has been there 10 times. Okay, he won 4, but he been there 10. Jordan ain't been there 10. And Bron's still playing there 41. Y'all got to quit there. But all right, the next one I'm coming with, definitely for the breaking, just breaking Broad Street. We just got certain news that we do. We break in 500 career wins for hometown legend Dawn Staley. Listen, man. They went over that now. They went over the 500. Listen, Dawn Staley was a hell of a player. To me, she's still the best point guard. There's a lot of good point guards over in college, women's college basketball, but Dawn Staley was the best. She's the player of the year 1 year, man. Like, she's really that girl. Dream team. It wasn't no accident they picked her there. It was a lot of good, great players. Ruthie Bolton Holyfield, Katrina McClain. It was a lot of Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, but Dawn was one of them. All right, now, going to the next thing we go to, Philadelphia is a great accomplishment in Philadelphia. The black quarterbacks. Unbelievable. Like, look at the guys. You look at McNabb, of course. You look at Cunningham. You look at Hurts. Hurts is going to beat that. Hurts is going to end up beating that record. You see Michael Vick, Rodney Peete, and Rodney Peete won the national division championship. Vince Young was just part of the dream team. Shout out to Vince Young. He never got to really be that guy, but he was a guy that started. Vick had went down, and Young was there, man. Another thing I want to testify here, the receivers, I want to talk about A.J. Brown. I want to talk about Devontae Smith. Big time, how good they are. But, Eagles had another guy, Kevin Curtis. Kevin Curtis, this was a crazy year to think about this. Going back, Kevin Curtis had over 100 catches. The yards he had that year. This is one of the guys that you don't talk about this year, but this is a guy you look at, broke the record, 211 yards. What is that? Second most? Like, that's crazy. Like, that year was different, but that's how you know that the Eagles are always a winning organization. They find a way to have players. They had Irvin Fryer 1 year. They had Charles Johnson, Torrance Small 1 year. They had James Thrash and Ty Pinkerton 1 year. Eagles always find a way to do it. That's why these are great times. When you got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, you're looking at great times. And when we were talking about the window closing, It just sound crazy. I understand people have speculation and they're looking at certain things they're not used to, and you see a coach leaving. But this team has been there 3 times 8 years. Like it's nothing that tells you. And this team is real young. This team, to 2017, that was like a lance. Like those guys, LeGarrette Blount, Chris Long, they were on their last hurrah. There was a lot of good. Tim Jernigan, guys were coming off injury, still guys that could provide. Patrick Robinson never had the interception year. He had like 8 interceptions that year. Like he never had that type of year. There was a good unit put together. But this team is different. Different this year. Cam Jurgens is a guy. I mean, he's young. And he's doing things to get himself right. He's doing things. He has a regimen to get himself healthy. He's doing a reset, and that's good. I mean, look, he's young. That's not a guy. We hoping Landon Dickerson can go down. Landon Dickerson is back. We just got the news from Cool Cat. All right, Landon John. Of course, I didn't even. There is a speculation. You got to worry about injuries, how they're going to play, and what they're playing with. But for them to say they're going to play, here they come. I didn't think nothing was the retirement thing. Let me tell you how that goes. You got to watch who you talk to. You can speculate to yourself in a conversation and somebody go, man, we had this conversation. He said, man, he could have said something like, hey, I might retire, man, if this stuff get a little worse or if it get too bad. But he ain't say he was going to retire. He might say, man, if I go through 3 more years of this type of – that just lets you know what's on his mind. Now, that's something to know, but it's not saying this man's about to quit this young in his career with the contract they just gave him. He's going to milk it out. That's what's going to happen. Lane Johnson, you know how long he's been getting hurt? How long he's been getting hurt, the injuries he's played with. And people are saying that just when Jeff Stoutland left, that's when the ship started falling. That's when the sky started falling. When Stoutland left, everybody was like, who's going to want to be around this new guy? Chris Cooper, shout out this offensive line coach, ex-offensive line guy. That's good to have a guy that actually played offensive line. That's a key thing right there, man. When you have a position coach that actually played the position, that's good. And he was with Minnesota. Minnesota, a lot of good talent, just, they're going through their ups and downs. But you can't compare nobody to the Eagles. Everybody wants these jobs. Eagles got all types of good players, all pros. Every position you're playing with all pro type players on both sides of the ball is multiple all pro type players. So every position coach is going to come here and just feel great. Guys you would have to draft or you would have to sign, they're good. They're sitting down. So this is going to be big. Good to see that Cam Jurgens, and then we hear the news from Cool Cat. There's 3 offensive linemen after 5. Caden Proctor is a guy who they talk about the Eagles could draft. Very talented offensive lineman. Very talented offensive lineman. They can get anyone, man. I'm good with the offensive line. Get one to sit back there and progress. But I don't think these guys are it's just nothing. Don't be so like we need one quick. No, these guys are all pros. 4 out of the 5 have been there. They've been to the Pro Bowl. So Jalen Hurts, man, listen. Jalen Hurts, there's nothing you can – how many times we got to get up here and defend Jalen Hurts? How much proof always comes out? Sean Bradley played at Temple, great special teams player, linebacker, solid guy. Comes out and talks about the leadership, the guy that Jalen Hurts is. Because it was some – you notice I ain't really want to say this, but because it's not a subject. The most hated – are you crazy? What is this list? What is this? Who made what is the criteria for the inventory for these votes to come in? The most hated? Are you saying what we saying? Who are you hating? What are you hating about them? Maybe they're saying, and then I got to learn from Cool Cat. You got to look at what people are trying to say. What they trying to say. They might be trying to say he's so criticized. Yeah, he's so criticized for so much.
Oh, he's the most criticized, the most hated quarterback in the National Football League. Like, you got people trying to say that was on First Things First that said instead of getting rid of A.J. Brown, they would get rid of Jalen Hurts.
I heard about that. Yeah, I did.
And then another topic about the Philadelphia Eagles, and one of the guys said it's not an A.J. Brown problem, it's a Jalen Hurts problem.
I saw that pop up somewhere. I thought it was like a follower. Yo, it's crazy. A man that basically goes represent himself right, stand up right, got married, comes fly, says all the right things, has won the Super Bowl, but was there before that. What came from an MVP, he was battling Patrick Mahomes, right? This is not nobody, right? Patrick Mahomes is just not nobody in 2022 who he was head to head with. And then he wins the Super Bowl, he was MVP. Like, what do you say? You just listen. The best, my pop always said, the best revenge is success. So Jalen just going to just keep on playing. That's it, because they're just coming up with new things. Like, you know why? Because he never flinches. So they're trying to get something to make him flinch. It got, like, this was crazy. The most hated. Like, that's a strong word. That's a very strong word. That's why I was like, I had to, had to learn cool. Okay, like, you know what I mean? You okay, hold up. Because, I criticize, I'll say something and then he'll say, no, they're saying that because. So I had to go to that point. It's still crazy, but like you sat down and you said, we're going to have this list, right? And to me, Jalen Hurts is the most, that should be a cry for help. Like, if y'all see this list and y'all feel like he's the most criticized, why would it be a list? It's crazy. You know what I mean? But just on that platform, just a little crazy. But yeah, Sean Bradley, once again, every time it's a downward point, just like when Tom Brady and Peyton Manning came up and spoke for Jalen Hurts when people were talking about if he was an elite quarterback. Then now you got this. Sean Bradley, you get the most hated list, right? But who talks about a most hated leader? Is that what we're talking about right now? Is that what we saying? It's crazy. But yeah, man. The Philadelphia Eagles, this is gonna be a good. The only thing is not knowing. People have to step on the floor. Sean Mann has to be a play caller. They got good guys in position to be real good players, or they got they just didn't go get guys that don't got experience at the position and don't got good name like Nick Sirianni. I remember when Nick Sirianni got hired, it was crazy questions. They didn't like his interview, but his reputation, he had a great reputation with people, the same as Sean Mannion. So I'm trying to go I'm looking at the light side, but he don't have that experience. So until the ball is snapped, that first game, we really don't know what to say, but we could just order up things. But listen, y'all, love for y'all coming in. Shout out to This Take family, Steve Roth, Alex Reich. Shout out to Simone Stanley. Shout out to Lord Brunson. Shout out to Mitch Kovsky. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. If I how'd you out, man. Shout out to guys like Chris Franklin and Jenna McGraw, Ed Kratz. Everybody out there doing their work for the Eagles, man. John McMullen. Do your thing. We out, y'all. Come back next time. We're going to talk more about the draft is coming up in June. So I'm going to be giving y'all more pointers on the draft and, just to see what you keep your eye out. And there's a lot of things going to be done. Philly's going to make a move. We keep hearing Max Crosby news. That's why I ain't went too far today. We need to see that speculation. And he wants to go with a contender. He likes Philly. They talk about Myles Garrett. That's kind of wishy-washy. They just signed to a deal, so I don't really know. But people say it's just not happy over there that quick. Right. And he always likes the Eagles. He's always shown respect to him. So don't expect nothing, but just know that's in the air. Crosby's in the air. I think Crosby's the one you might want to watch. Denzel Ward soon is going to be, they thinking he's going to be a cut candidate. So people are thinking to watch out for him to come over. Just people they're eyeing or whatever. So it's going to be a lot of news. Everybody's tuning in. Broad Street Blitz Take, Hardcore Sports Network. And we out, y'all.
See y'all next week. Peace out.